on Wednesday night here in Formula One Division 1, and we're racing round 12 of its Season 10 Championship. We're here in Brazil. 14 drivers tonight. Some very last minute cancellations. Nevertheless, let's have some fun here at Brazil. The weather prediction is that both qualifying and the race will be dry weather. Big favorite of usual, Coleman Speed, not around tonight. Which opens up winning possibilities for everyone else, of course. So, alright, who is on a lap? I think a Ferrari is the first one to go. That's Ricca tonight, racing in the Ferrari as a reserve. Oh, too much on the curb, spins off. Tries to recover. Meanwhile, that means Joe Hayward is the first car on a hot lap here who will set a time. Unless I'm mistaken, and Stella Williams. Yeah, he is. Of course, personal times as the first to even set a time. Normally speaking, there's a bit of a mix of setups. You want as much downforce on the front wing as possible for all these corners, but there's one long big straight where you really need some pace to overtake. So there you want as less front wing as possible. Right, we had Joe with a 108.7, Jack with a warm-up lap, I think, 112.6, and we have Cavolis to set a time 109.3. Who is next? That is, I think Athens. No. What car is that? Oh, that's the Alpine. No. Yeah, it is the Alpine from Hackett. Wrong Alpine there, 109.1. And we're going to have Maggot, a very quick driver. And next up will be Ralliot in the Kick Sauber. Rick with a 108.6. We got Brendan on a hot lap, and we have Skipper, not Brendan. Oh, hi Kane. What's he doing? He's qualifying. Meanwhile, Jack, who had a slow first lap, then went for another hot lap with a 109.4. Let's go to Brendan. He's able to set the time right now. 108.6. P2. Big gap to Mackett here. We know Mackett is a phenomenal qualifier. Who else is on a lap? Athanasiou. Pure pace, probably him, and then Maggot, the favorites, followed by High Kane and Zetterville. 108.3 for Athanasiou, P2 so far. Who else is on a lap? Rika, Ikio, Zettervold. That's really weird. Going on that inside line there. Then invalidating and invalidating next lap as well. So here we go with Rika. A few drivers not having set a time yet. Barely any ERS left for Rika, so probably not the quickest time. No, not too bad. 109.1. Let's watch Zettervold. 11.6. Mikey then. Let's go and board with him. Was pretty quick in the last few races you attended. Uh, 108, 108, 108.4. That's a good time by Mikey. Well done. And here comes 108.8 by Zettervold. Mikey, once again, barely any practice, but raw pace seems to be fine. Right, who is on the lap? No one. Is just a few on a hot lap, out lap. Let's go on board here. What Mac is starting his hot lap. Current pole position. By quite a margin, half a second on this short track is a lot. Let's see how he takes those corners and what gear. Improves 27 thousandths. Tank that in fourth. Now the next right-hander. And third. Can he improve even more? Oh, he's another 10th up. Looks to be... Oh, that car is not in a great spot there, but looks to be a pole position for the Irishman. 107.694. Well done, Maggot. Let's have a look at his rival for pole position, if you can even call it a rival. It's it's nearly 7/10. And this is one of the shortest and quickest tracks all around. Seems like a really good lap, but not quick enough. As in going for pole. In fact, not even improvement. He is going to come in. Let's go on Hayward in P4. Oh, look at that. Oh, Skipper left the session. Seems to be having technical issues. Let's see if we can get him back in. Skipper. Invite is sent. That's Reliot to P3. Well done. 1083. Brandon, what can you do? Let's go on board with Hackett first. He's a bit further up the track. Currently P7, 1087. Oh, that's no, it's his in lap. Stay with Brandon here. Not really improving, but that last corner seemed good. He needs 800ths to improve a position on his teammate even. Can't do that, no. Rickardon. He seems to be improving, but he needs more to even improve a position. No, 1089 for the Lithuanian driver. Let's see what Jack is doing. Right, skipper back. Rickard coming in. That means everyone is in the pit lane apart from Joe. He just is leaving the pit lane. And who else? Hackett or Mike? Hackett. Oh, skipper leaving the session again. He seems to be having issues with the connection. Another invite sent to skipper. Alright, let's go on board again with Joe. Let's see where he uses DRS, for example. Here it's all DRS, using ERS now a bit on the straight. Oh, that's not a great first corner. Here, another bit. No, he backs off. Let's see what Hackett is doing. Nearly 10th down on his own best time. And it validates. Anyone on a lap? Athens is an outlap, Brennan outlap, Kazingo outlap. Not much action going on. Hayward recharging the battery before he starts on another run. The Haas car behind him is Jack. Let's go on board with Joe again and see if he can improve. He had for turn 1 on the last try. Meanwhile, 2 minutes on the clock. Not great, but definitely better. Oh, you see, 1.5, 10's up on his own time. could bring you up to second row. Look at that. Joe is up nearly 4/10. Could be P2 for Joe here. Not much ERS left, but the rest of the lap was really good. It is P2. Behind him was Kazingo. 4/10 for him as well. 5.5. That brings him up to P9. Can stay in the top 10. Hack it then. Athanasiu, P3 still. Mike, what are you up to? Had a great first run. Second is even quicker, but slightly. Seems at best you can get P4, but or 3, but you need a lot on this last sector. And without ERS or even a tow, that's not gonna have. Oh, goes wide there. No improvement from Mike. Alpine's in 5 and 6 so far. Brandon Dan? Brendan seems done. Ricka. Rally it might be on a lap. He is, but he's not improving. Ricka. Seems to drive slow. Yeah, he's not on a hot lap. Zetterful then? Yes, of course. He's been disappointing so far, but he's up 4/10 now. How far can he reach? 108.3, 4, P5, 6? Maybe even 4? P6? Splitting the Alpines. Cavola's then. Moves up to P11. That's it basically. Hackett comes in. Everyone else is done. Right. Pole position for Maggot. Well, here are your unofficial results. Maggot on pole with a 107.694. And surprisingly, Joe, a 108.137. And not underrating of Joe, but usually there's a few other drivers who are quicker over a lap, like Athanasiu. Anyway, Athanasiu in 3, Ralliot in 4, then we have Mikey, Zetterville, Hackett, and Brendan. Reka in 9, Kazingo in 10, Cavolas in 11, Ikeo 12, Skipper 13, and Hiking had technical issues and that disqualified him for blocking the pit lane. Right, we wait for the drivers to make their final changes on the setups. What did they do? The only thing they can change on the setup basically is the front wing. They can change the tire pressures, and they can choose on strategy like what tire to start on, and when am I planning to pit, and what is going to be the next tire. Right, they are done. Let's start with the formation line. Right, let's see the tire choices everyone's been making. Oh, nearly everyone on the mediums, apart from two. Icky and Skipper starting on the softs. Oh, that looked really weird. The red lights went off for like a second, then off. Anyway, oh, some chaos at the back, I think. Anyway, great start from Maka taking the lead. Joe keeping it in second for now, but immediately under pressure from Athanasio. I hope everyone is fine. No damage done. Someone going wide. That's Zetterville in the Red Bull. Yellow flags. Oh, that's a Ferrari. Oh, that's Rick in trouble. Right, let's stay with the leaders. Maggots. And then we have Hayward Athanasiou. And it seemed like Hayward was under pressure right away, but he seems to be actually creating a gap now to Athanasiou. Rick in fourth, always good around here. Mike in fifth. For him, also a track he likes. Any battles? Yeah, at the back actually. Skipper Nikio just 210, Skipper 3 10s on to Heineken. And those two are, of course, are on softer compounds. Rick has 7 seconds behind him. Seems like there's no visible damage. Good for him. Back to the front. Joe actually gaining on Maggot here. Mikey with an early time penalty for validating the track limits 3 times. That in lap 3 already is really early in the race. It's a shame because he is in such a great position to get good points today. Seems to be a gap forming behind P6 between Brandon and Hackett. But let's see if and go on board. Oh, much more speed coming out of the final corner, and it's Hayward taking the lead. Well, his teammate Brandon sets a fast lap. Seems like the Mercedes boys are doing well. Mikey and Brandon in the fight here. Hykane picking up the pen. It's a bit of all or nothing for Hykane. Oh! Wait, is that Joe getting damage? Oh boy, and he was doing so well. What happened with Joe there? He was in the lead. Oh, Mackett picking up a pen? We saw some parts flying, but we can't really see any damage to any car. So it seems like Joe just made a little mistake going wide at turn 4. Drops from 1st to 3rd. But let's see what he can do now. Can he attack? Can he counter? Mikey, meanwhile, up to 4 as Ralliot loses 2 positions. And Brandon up to P4. Ahead of Mikey. Look at that. Those Mercedes boys flying today. And the fighting for P4 has caused that group is out of DRS range now. But Brandon in P4 and his teammate in P3. I think Brandon, especially if these boys up front start fighting a little bit, Brandon might be able to close the gap. How is this ERS low? That won't help. But if he can get within DRS range, they could close the gap to the boys up front, and we could get a much bigger fight with more drivers, more fun. Right. Hykane has fitted, has dropped to P14. Look at that. Joe is looking. It's not more than looking. Brandon lost a bit to those cars front. And actually has to defend on Mikey. 1.7 to the lead now. Ralliot does he have any damage or right? Joe comes in P2, then goes wide, loses the position again, and this only helps Maggot. Right, Ralliot and Zetterville losing time on Brandon and Mikey. Mikey might be wise not to overtake it over, just follow. Let Brandon close the gap. As he seems to be doing in the middle part of the track, but on the straight. It seems he's losing some time. Alright, let's go back up front. What is Joe up to? 5.5 tenths behind Athanasiou. That's not gonna be an attempt. No, you really see, because Joe and Athanasiou have the DRS and Brendan does not. He's losing like half a second on that straight. Oh, we have a yellow. We have a yellow, and that's a Haas. No, that's Ricky Elliott. Oh, yeah, P12 there for Rick. Meanwhile, Mikey has overtaken Brandon, and due to them fighting, they're not closing the gap at all. 2.3 Rick. Oh, Rick in even more trouble with the time penalty. Not looking good for him. Right, let's stay up front now. I think we might see an attack from Athanasiou on this lap. Within 4 tenths. Has enough ERS. He's using it. Let's go on board. Yeah, he's going to go inside. On the brakes at turn 1. Takes P1. Mikey and Brandon keep fighting. And that gap is growing rapidly. 3.3. Work together, boys. Well, Maggott retakes the lead. Someone keeps cutting grass in turn 4. Behind Brandon, there's a 2-second gap to Hackett. Here we go again on the straight. In the background we see Mike and Brandon change of positions while here with Athanasiou had a brief change of position. Once again, Joe to P2. Oh, but the fighting has made sure he's out of DRS range now. This may really help Maggott here. It also means that Brendan has been able to close a little bit of the gap in front of him. Is Joe going to be able to close the gap to Maggott again? It seems like it. Around the second gap, he needs to be within 1. Seems that he's able to do so. But he's also racing so fast Athanasiou is unable to follow. He's out of DRS range for the first time now. And this may help Brendan and Mikey and everyone else to close the gap Athanasiou. Let's see, it's 2.6. Athanasiou for the first time without DRS. Hackett and Zetterville fighting for P6. And Hayward with the lead. Seems like Athanaziou is struggling with his tires. Meanwhile, a time penalty for Ikeo, who is in P10. Oh, Maggot made a mistake! Oh, and he's gonna drop to P3, comes ahead on track. Again, ahead of Brendan. Oh, we've seen that with Maggot so many times. Bloody quick in qualifying, great in the first stint, and then something happens. Right, so we see Hayward now in the lead. A 2.3 second lead for Joe. 1.8 Maggot 1.8 behind Athanaziou. He's got Brandon and Mikey all over him. Well, mostly Brandon. Mikey's actually starting to drop off. Here comes Brandon right away. Those Mercedes boys are flying today. Bright, Kazingo and Skipper are still holding out on those soft tires. They must be terrible. Kane in the pit lane again. He's having a nightmare today. Went from mediums to softs to hards. Right. Brandon overtaken by Maggot while Mikey is closing in. So we currently have Hayward in the lead, Athanaziou in second, and then Maggot leading the group for P3. As better for P6 is Hackett and Zetterville. Very decent Cavolis P8, Jack in P9, Ikea P10, just ahead of Skipper. Ricka behind him. Ricka started off bad with trouble on lap 1, and well, he's passed 2 cars who had other troubles later on. Ricka still 2 seconds behind Skipper and Ikea. He might be able to scoop up a point here. Right, Hayward and Athanaziou, gap 2 seconds. What's Brandon gonna do? Gets closer. And ahead of turn 4, the overtake of Brandon. Oh, Maggot says no. And Brandon says yes. This is mine. Now Mikey fully closed that gap and is also on Maggot's gearbox. Meanwhile, Athanaziou is even closing the gap a little bit. Oh, we have yellow. He's in trouble. Oh, Mikey! Oh, yeah. You are having such a phenomenal race so far. That's going to drop you a lot. Oh, yeah, I drop you to P9. That's a shame. Go rollers with a time penalty. It's easy to pick him up here. Especially at turn 2, turn 4. Athanasio doing all he can to stay up with Hayward. Getting a 10th in the last lap. Another yellow. Oh, I think it's Mike again. Oh, yeah. Being in such a good position and so quick, and then all goes wrong. Maggot! Oh, wait, what? Oh, Maggot. Speeding penalty while he pits. And I'm pretty sure he's going to pit for Hearts. Well, Hackett picks up a time penalty for exceeding track limits. Oh, we've seen it, but Hackett with Maggot before. Well, and he was fighting for a win. Oh, Ikkyo does the same, boys. These are unnecessary pens. Right, so the pit stops have started. We see Ikkyo and Skipper pitting. Surprised both went from softs to mediums, while everyone else is more like from mediums to hards. Brandon pitting from P3. Where's he going to drop to? Leaving the pit lane now. His good friend Hackett is in the pit lane, the same as Rika. And that means Brandon will get out on track in P7. Yes, he did lose quite a bit of time on Hackett there. Right, I'm expecting Joe to pit, and he does. Athanasiou follows him. Zetterville stays out for another. No. Hits as well halfway through the race. Oh, and another driver with a speeding pen. And Cavolis pits. And Jack stays out. Jack stays out. Is he getting the lead? The man from the Rock of Gibraltar. Just behind Joe. That's actually good for Joe. Evan Kerr on all tires behind him. That might hold up the others. Hi, Kane with a pen. Mikey in the pit lane. Pitting for hard tires. A shame though, he is fighting Rip Maggot and Brandon for a podium. Oh, Maggot is on fire since his pit stop, by the way. Because when he pitted, he had Brandon. He was in a fight with Brandon, and now he is 4 seconds ahead of him. 4.5. And he's closing into Hayward quickly. Oh, and here comes the overtake on Gazingle. Jack on his old tires. Oof. Athanasiou picking up another penalty. It's going to be a penalty fest. Maggot in second, 1.7. He's closing in quickly. Whew. Is he able to close in even more and fight for the win? He's got a 10-second penalty, which is going to cost him dearly. Let's have a look at all the pens. Oh. Athanaziou in 3. It's the faded Hayward Masterclass. Well, I think Joe is indeed in a phenomenal position to win today. Two cars behind him have pens. So even if Maggot would overtake him, oh Jesus! Now, and this makes the situation even better with Athanaziou picking up another time penalty. So he's on 6 seconds for penalties. Maggot on 10. So even if Maggot overtakes him, he still need to run away 10 seconds. Yellow. That is Ikeo. He is able to return to track, and it seems safely. No safety car there. Sure, some people would love it. Right, so this situation, we have Zingle in P5, but still on 20 lap all mediums. He'll be hoping for a safety car. So if you look at if you take all penalties into account, it's actually a Mercedes 1-2. It's been a while since those boys had a podium together. Let's hope for them they can finish it off. And Jack finally comes in. Jack offers softs. 15 laps on the softs. Ambitious, but he's going to love him in the first 5 or 6 laps. That's for sure. Comes out behind Reliot, who was in the running up front early on, but made a mistake and that dropped him backwards. Same with Mikey. Right, now that Maggot really used those tires in the first few laps after this pit stop, it's stabilizing and the gap is actually growing to Hayward. 2.2. We have a yellow. Oh, that's Maggot. Oi. Says it's not helping him. It's helping Joe. Right, Maggot and Brendan back together. And Brendan wastes no time and sends it. Zetterville is in there too. I think Zetterville had a big pen as well. Maggot trying to fight back. He does. Now Joe's gap is 5 seconds. Maggot seems to have found his groove again and is trying to run away from Brendan. Well, Zetterville overtakes Brendan. And Brendan side by side. Yeah, no need to force it, Brendan. Both of those cars ahead of you have big pens waiting for them. You just need to stay within 6 seconds of Athanaziou. How did Brendan get a pen for that? He got pushed wide. Right. Yellow. That's Ricky. Ricky. Woof. I think Brazil is his favorite track, but this is not his favorite race today. Right, where are the battles? And let's have a look at the pens. Phew, so many penalties. Well, Joe, all you need to do is bring it home. Maggot driving away from Zetterville and Brendan, though. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 cars without a pen. Ricky picks up another pen, and there's a yellow. That's... Is that Maggot? No. It's Cavolis. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be... Oh, my days. Oh, that's a safety car. That's a Lithuanian crash there. Oh. Cavolis spins, come back on track, unsafe. And the car behind him, Rika, is unable to avoid him and crashes and is retired. And that's a safety car. I'm pretty sure lots of people are very happy about it. But I don't think Joe is. Gee, try to find 2 Lithuanian drivers for your league, and then what are the odds that both crash into each other and cause a safety car? Right, of course Joe comes in. Let's have a look at the tires. Of course you come in. You go for salt when you come in now, unless you maybe don't have them anymore. Is anyone staying out? Yeah? People are staying out? Oh, those are lap people. Oh, funnily, this is moving up quite a few people. Mikey was waiting for this for ages. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, Joe. Oh no. Oh, Joe. Oh. Alright, so what happens here is Joe, who's leading the race, pits, comes back on track, is not aware enough of the safety car, gets ahead of the safety car, and that makes sure the game disqualifies you immediately. Oh, that's... Oh. That is... When you have such a big and comfortable lead. Oh, that is heartbreaking. I'm so sorry, Joe. That race should have been yours. I can very much imagine if you say a few cuss words here and there, throw a controller through the window or the TV. But, oh, painful. Right. Every time we race here in Brazil, some insane stuff happens. With a late safety car. My good friend Nell can tell you all about it. I was just looking on that map and saying, hey, at least that Mercedes is ahead of its safety car. And I thought, can't be Joe surely, and then hoop, disqualified. I'm like, oh no. Right. Anyone who was the one who predicted the Joe Masterclass on the YouTube channel? Well, Joe gave one, but it was more of a disaster class. How to fuck up a win in 10 seconds? I'm sorry, Joe. I don't mean it badly. I feel really sorry for you. Because you haven't won in a long time, and you fully deserve it, and this is probably one of the most painful ways to lose a win. Because this is literally a moment of non-concentration for 1 or 2 seconds. In an hour of game time. Right, so back to the situation as it is. The whole pack is back together. Everyone pitted is on fresh tires. Nearly everyone is on softs apart from the race leader Athanasiou. And Ralliot in P12, which is last at the moment. So, we're still under a safety car. That safety car is most likely coming in at the end of this lap, and then we will still have 6 laps of racing to go. The current order, right, is Athanasiou, Brandon, Hackett, Maggot, Zetterville, Hiking, Kazingle, Skipper, Uppergibber. And now, here's the issue. Loads of people have a lot of pens. Maggot served this big long pen. But the race leader has 6 seconds. Brandon Hackett 3, Maggot 3, Zetterville none. Because he served it under the safety car in the pit lane. Hiking has 6. And we have Kazingle and Skipper both in the Haas's with no. So is Athanasiou gonna win? Very unlikely. Wait, what? Another big pen as, oh my days, Cavolis a pen for contact with Ikeo, 10 seconds. Oh, that kills this race. Right, safety car is coming in, ready for madness on this. And another! Cavolis, are you okay? Let's just focus up the front and see what's going to happen. Oh, here we go. Athanasiou. Remember, no overtaking before the start finish line. Right, Brandon in second will be fuming because of his 3-second penalty. Will be fuming about his teammate but laughing at the same time if he wins it himself. You know, that's how buddies do. Bit of banter over it. How about a Hackett win today? Volas and Ikeo seem to be not liking each other or something because they keep making contact? Right, but let's focus on the leaders. We have 5.5 laps to go. And nearly everyone has penalties. The car most up front without a pen is Zetterfall. He's won here before in a crazy rain race with a late safety car. Could it be his day again? Fastest lap, Brandon. Brandon with the move for the lead. Side by side. Gets pushed right there. And then it's Hackett. Oh, Hackett with P2. Can Hackett go to P1? Oh, come on, Mark. Oh, gee, what's that Williams trying? Oh. Now I'm curious. Here we go. Hackett and Brandon are friends. They're 1 and 2. Hackett has barely ever won a race. Brandon's won many. He's won a championship. Will Brandon try to attack his friend, or will he defend and help his friend to win? Both are not really in the running for the championship. That seems to be settled. Right, here we go. Seems to be a gap from Athanasie to Zetterfall, but remember, Zetterfall has no penalties. Hackett with the fastest lap. This is going to be intense in the last few laps. Cavolas is collecting penalties. I'm very curious what Brendan is going to do. Is he going to help his friend, or is he going to try to win it himself? Zetterfall and Mackett, meanwhile, side by side, as they seem to be being held up by Highcane. This is all in favor of the leaders, especially with Zetterfall having no pens. As the only car in top 5 without penalties. Let's watch. We're gonna enter the final 3 laps of the race. I think Brandon is a bit, yeah, in a pickle here. It seems to be quicker. Of course he wants to defend, but he has to defend against the car behind him too, who seems to be quicker as well. Ideally, he'd go a little bit slow in his S's to give his friend a bit of space. Here we go again. As we come on the final corner, we have a yellow. That is Cavolas. Cavolas is, in the last 5 laps, is... Whew. Oh, oh my days, three aside, and Brandon in the lead. Oh my days. Now Highcane is getting involved. This is scary shit. Oh, this could end up in tears for people. Oh, it nearly does. Oh, and Hackett gets boxed around here. Oh, leading 3 corners ago, now you're in P4. So I'll tell you something funny. Right now, Zetterville is winning the race, he's in P6. Yellow. Cavolis again. Here comes Hurricane here. And Athanasiou. Oh my days. Oh, Maggot spins. Oh my days. Is this a mat race? Wait. Even Gazingo could win it now. Oh, we're on the last lap. We're on the last lap, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolute madness. Neither of the 2 leaders is going to win the race. Brendan? No. Hackett? No. It seems to be Zetterville, unless he makes a mistake, or if Gazingo gets ahead of Zetterville. But everyone is so eager to overtake each other. It could go anyway. I hope Cavolis' car is gone by the time we arrive here, otherwise it's going to be an even bigger mess. Right, so crossing the finish line first is going to be Athanasiou. He's got 6 seconds pen, so he won't win. But the winner is going to be Zetterville. And Gazingo in second. What have we been watching here? Those last 6 laps were absolutely mental. Probably the best of the season. Wow. I remember from a few seasons ago where we had a last-minute safety car where Nelboy was basically the Hayward of today. He even lost him his championship. And Zetterville won a madness ending. Here we have Hayward comfortably leading. Oh. And then making a huge mistake under the safety car, getting disqualified. 6, 7, 8 cars fighting for the wins, and due to all the penalties, it's Zetterville who gets the victory. Is this mad or what? With a lap to go, we had Hackett leading. Right, the unofficial results, because I can see a few pens here and there. Zetterville ahead of Gazingo Brendan. Then we have Hackett, Athanasiou, Hurricane, Mike. He's still 7. Skipper with good points. Then we have Ikeo and Reliot. And then Maggot, who's spent on the last lap, Cavolis, Rika, and unfortunately Hayward in last. This is a shame that it ended for some like this. But those last 6 laps were very enjoyable. Not so much for Joe or some others, but what a phenomenal ending. Anyway, tomorrow we have Division 2 with the last race of the season. And next week on Wednesday we have one more race to go in this division. It's the round 2 that still was rescheduled. And we will be racing in Australia as the last race of the season. Right, thank you now for watching. Make sure you tune in tomorrow again and next Wednesday. And please join us for the website and Discord if you want to follow us or come racing, because we're starting with a new season in a few weeks. Right, thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.